5% of the United States. Most devastating, the state also reported 108 deaths yesterday, the highest COVID-related death count since last March 2020. COVID hospitalizations are also rapidly increasing, with a jump of more than 400 admissions and a single day with 10,593 individuals now admitted to hospitals in Florida, a high not seen since August of 2020. In fact, Broward and Miami-Dade counties are seeing the highest level of hospital admissions in the county. This is pushing our hospital system to capacity, which has dangerously implications beyond COVID-19. If you or a loved one has a non-COVID emergency that requires hospitalization or ICU care, what do you do if all the beds are already taken by COVID patients? If the staff is already maxed out at caring for others? I would hate to imagine. This surge is and will impact every single one of us. I also want to note that COVID information that I'm sharing is the most readily available, but not rapidly changing information from the CDC. We have linked to the CDC's COVID-19 data tracker from our fdacs.gov homepage. So again, we have now linked all of the CDC information onto our own website, which again is fdacs.gov, and COVID resources page so that Floridians have easy access to the data as well. But given the time it takes for the CDC to publish this data due to the state providing information only to the CDC and not to the public at the same time, with more detailed numbers only provided by the state once a week, by the time we see these numbers, we're often a day behind. The rapid increases of cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are even more shocking when considering this delay. We are already behind the curve and in a worse spot than we even knew every time the numbers come out. That is why I will continue to call on the Florida Department of Health to resume daily reporting, providing the public with a close to real-time updates as possible so that local governments, businesses, and individuals are armed with that information needed to take appropriate actions to protect their communities, their employees, their customers, and their families. In the face of this continued information sharing void, I want to thank the Florida Hospital Association for their leadership in providing daily case and hospitalization numbers, as well as numbers in Florida continue to rapidly increase. While this troubling surge continues, the good news is we're seeing more people get vaccinated. Florida saw an increase in vaccines administered this past week, up to 334,064 doses from 288,870 the week before. This is a positive trend that I can only imagine would have started sooner had Floridians had accurate and timely information on the seriousness of the situation, and had local governments been empowered to enact science-based recommendations in their own communities. We have to keep this needle moving in the right direction, because the vaccine is how we stop the virus. Listen to the scientists and the medical communities. Get the shot. Mask up. Be smart, Florida. So I want to again thank you to all of our local leaders across our state who is doing this best in what's in the best of their communities in Broward, Leon, Miami-Dade, Orange, Palm Beach, and many other counties. I also applaud the leadership of local school boards like Broward County fighting to keep our children safe, in Orange County Public Schools utilizing federal COVID funding to incentivize vaccinations amongst their employees, something President Biden has been encouraging local and state governments to do. This public health crisis requires everyone to do more, not just municipalities, but also corporations. To Disney, Facebook, Ford Motor Company, Google, Kroger, Publix, Uber, and Walmart, thank you for taking lead and leading by example. Stopping this virus is on all of us. If you're unvaccinated, I am speaking directly to you. Get the shot today and mask up until you're fully vaccinated. These vaccines are safe and some of the most effective vaccines in modern medicine. They are continuing to provide fully vaccinated individuals a high degree of protection against severe illness, hospitalizations, and death. Contact the Florida Department of Health to find a vaccine location near you. If you're vaccinated, but you know somebody who is not, talk to them. Let them know you were safely vaccinated. Help them contact the Florida Department of Health to find a vaccine location near them. If you're fully vaccinated but are increased risk of severe disease or live with someone who is of high risk or unvaccinated, continue to mask up indoors settings where you aren't able to socially distance. If you're fully vaccinated but live in an area of high or substantial community transmissions, which unfortunately is the entire state of Florida, all 67 of our counties, you should also continue to mask up in indoor settings. New CDC guidelines and data is showing that the rate of breakthrough cases of the Delta variant among those fully vaccinated is nearly the same as infections amongst unvaccinated. While those fully vaccinated are seeing minimal to no symptoms, they can still spread the Delta variant to those who are unvaccinated who may have more serious outcomes. With Florida COVID cases and numbers continuing to skyrocket, the new reports on just how dangerous the Delta variant is, with a new variant already spreading in South Florida, we need everybody to do their part. So before I end, I want to talk to the people of our state one more time and let you know that there's hope. There's hope to get through this and get through this together. But we have to do this together. And that means vaccinating. That means masking up. That means social distancing where you can. That means not going into elevators again with people that you don't know. But the hope is this. As we are continuing this messaging every single day, and you're starting to hear the message all across our country, people are listening. They are going out and they're getting vaccinated. So the hope is this, that you take heed in the warnings that are being told to you. You go out, you get vaccinated, you talk to your family members, you talk to your friends, you talk to your colleagues who may not have been vaccinated, and you have a really serious conversation. It's not just about them. It is about the people that they interact with every single day, the people they go to work with, the children in their homes, their parents, their grandparents. So this is all on us to make sure that we get through this together. So please, if you have not been vaccinated, go get the shot. It's very easy, has very little health risks afterwards. You might feel a little bit down and a little bit drowsy, but I'd rather that than being in a hospital weeks later. So go get the vaccine, mask up, stay safe, be smart, and we'll continue to give these updates as more information comes.